Welcome to the Alaska Department of Labor and Workforce Development Seafood Processing Employment Orientation. This video is about seafood processing industry jobs both onshore and at sea. By the end of this orientation, you'll have a better understanding of the industry and be closer to deciding if the seafood processing industry is a profession you'd like to explore. Alaska's seafood industry is one of the state's largest private sector employers, hiring thousands of workers each year. There are many processing facilities around the state. The seafood industry is dynamic, reacting to world markets, the health of the economy, and the strength of the wild fisheries seasons. Some years are naturally going to be better than others. Types of seafood processors. Fish processing is the most common entry-level job. An onshore processor stays in one place on land, living, eating, and working frequently in remote fishing communities. These jobs can be short and seasonal or near year-round. An at-sea processor works on a ship that can be on the fishing grounds from 10 days up to 2 months. The ships catch the fish and then process them on board.
On a catcher processor, you can't get off the vessel to run to the store. You're isolated for sometimes weeks before you offload and you go into port, versus an onshore processor where you're probably living in company quarters, but you have access to community facilities. Shoreside processors are hourly. Offshore or catcher processor operations are usually paid on a crew share.
Goals. Working in the seafood processing industry can help you achieve your goals, long-term or short-term. Your short-term goal might be to fund college tuition or vocational training, buy a car, or establish a work history. Others are looking to begin or change careers. Most industry professionals started their career as processors and worked their way up to full-time, year-round employees in higher-paying jobs.
I started working this industry as a seafood processor in Alaska at the age of 20 years old. I found out about it and figured I could save up some money because of the free room and board and airfare. And I think it also appealed to my adventurous spirit. So I came to Alaska and began working as a seafood processor for several different companies, both at sea and land-based. Over time, I received promotions. I became a lead. I became a production foreman, production manager, and I've been working as a plant manager now for several years. One thing I would say to prospective employees looking at this industry is that there is always opportunity for advancement in Alaskan seafood processing.
Employers want employees to be successful and learn the business from the ground up. They want people who can make a commitment to on-the-job training to learn about the industry. Seafood career ladder. There are many occupations in seafood processing beyond entry-level fish processing, including engineering, quality control, electrical mechanical repair technician, and production manager. A career ladder in the industry might be seafood processor, quality control, lead, supervisor, factory foreman, mid-level manager, or corporate office. Industry advancement. If you are serious about advancing in this industry, you should know about the Win Brindle Memorial Scholarship Loan. It's a special low-cost student loan program for Alaskans who want to begin or continue their education within the seafood industry. Ask about scholarships, job training programs, and more at your nearest Alaska Job Center. Explore seafood processing technical careers and training on the Maritime Works website at maritimeworks.org and click Explore Careers, then click Maritime Careers. Seafood employee. Seafood companies we work with tell us their ideal employee is a hard worker, gets along with others, enjoys physical work, can work as a team player, takes pride in the work they do, and completes the fisheries season.
Seafood employers are looking for reliable and productive employees. People that have a strong work ethic and a great attitude, as well as the people skills to get along well in a team setting is very desirable. We work long hours together. We live in company-provided housing together. We virtually eat all of our meals together. So the ability to work well with others and within a team structure is critically important.
Well, certainly you can imagine that it's not a desk job. So we're looking for employees that are not afraid of hard work, long hours, rough conditions. There will be a fit for duty exam, so physically you need to be able to handle the work. Someone that is a motivated, self-starter, team player, because you're in small quarters with a lot of other people, so you have to be conscientious and patient. So you're just needing to, again, kind of recognize what environment do you want to work in. And I think that will lead you to some of the decisions that a potential employee needs to make.
Wages, transportation, housing, meals, incentives. Employers may provide transportation to the processing plant vessel or another point of hire and return to point of hire if you complete the season. Find out what the housing and transportation arrangements are before accepting a job. If you are hired by a company that pays your way to the worksite, Alaska law generally requires that the employer pay your return fare to the place of hire unless you quit or are discharged for cause. For entry-level onshore processor jobs in remote areas, you can expect to earn Alaska minimum wage or higher when the employer provides room, board, and transportation. Urban work sites without company housing typically pay a slightly higher wage. At-sea processors can earn a good income and are paid a percentage of the catch. For hourly jobs, anytime you work more than 8 hours in a day or more than 40 hours in a week, your pay increases to time and a half. This is called overtime. Overtime occurs on a regular basis and greatly increases the amount of your paycheck. Many companies at remote sites provide housing and food at little or no cost, allowing you to save even more. Some companies offer bonus incentives if you complete the season. With all of these factors working for you, you can see how the earnings can add up so you can reach your goals. Be aware, though, there are no guarantees. When the fishing is good, opportunity for overtime is great. If there are no fish to process, your employer may find other jobs for you on site. If there is no work for you, you will not be paid when you are not working. While you aren't working, employers may still provide you with your room and board or offer a reduced cost in most cases. There are multiple fishing seasons throughout the year. It's highly possible that you can work more than one season in a year, as processing companies like to retain good employees over multiple seasons or years. We have a pamphlet called Alaska Wage and Hour Facts for Workers in the Seafood Industry. The pamphlet answers questions about wage and hour laws for fish processing workers in the Alaska fishing industry. Bring it with you. Download it from our Seafood and Fishing Jobs in Alaska webpage at jobs.alaska.gov/seafood. Working environment. This is challenging work. Temperatures are chilly, and you'll be working around water as you prepare fish, and you'll be standing on your feet most of the time. When it's busy, you can work 12 to 16-hour days, 7 days a week. But that's how you can earn more. At remote sites, living arrangements are usually in shared or group situations. Because you'll share a room with other workers and live in close quarters, we also ask that you pay attention to personal hygiene. Always ask about housing and get confirmation about what a company provides and pays for before you accept any job. Safety. This industry involves heavy equipment, machines, and some jobs require lifting up to 50 pounds, so safety is the top priority. If there is a safety rule in place, you can bet it's there because the employer doesn't want someone to get hurt. The companies who employ you want to be sure you are able to work safely and go home healthy. Employers provide safety briefings and programs to familiarize you with their safety rules. They want to make sure that everyone contributes to the workplace safety goals.
Seafood processing in Alaska requires a very high focus on safety for several reasons. We often work in remote locations, work very long hours in a fast-paced work environment that has extensive forklift activity and seafood processing equipment that does have the potential to be dangerous. It's critical that safety protocols are followed to keep yourself and your coworkers safe.
Part of staying injury-free is being in good physical condition. Some of the work is going to test your physical stamina. Standing on your feet and using your hands for 12 hours might take muscles you've never used before. Types of entry-level jobs. Here is a sample of the entry-level jobs you might be asked to do at a seafood processing plant. Unload fish from a boat, shovel chipped ice, clean and pack fish roe, butcher fish for marketing or further processing. If you work directly with fish, you might scrape, gut, head, wash, fillet, and prepare for freezing and shipping. You could butcher live crab, prepare shellfish, record weights, sort, pack in jars, boxes, or containers. You could operate machines to move live or packed seafood from place to place and move product into freezers. As you can see, most of the entry-level jobs involve physical work. Gear. The best way to keep comfortable and happy on the job is to wear the right gear. Some companies will provide all the gear, but we recommend you bring your own. That way you know it will fit and serve you well. Make sure you know what the company provides and come prepared. Here's what you need. Durable rain gear, duct tape for repair, knee-high rubber rain boots with wool liners, wool or polypropylene socks, bib-style waterproof pants, baseball hat or bandana and warm hat with ear covers for cold weather, 3 sets of warm work clothes, layered clothing, and a soft luggage or sea bag to put it all in. Many people buy used clothing to bring to the job. No sense in spending a lot of money on new clothes. You'll be wearing them most of the time for long periods, so bring at least 3 sets. Many plants have laundry facilities, so you will be able to keep your clothes clean, dry, and comfortable. You'll need to bring your personal gear too. If you require medication, bring at least a 2-month supply. Most remote sites don't have a pharmacy. If you wear glasses or contact lenses, bring an extra pair. Towels and washcloths, toilet articles, wind-up or battery-operated alarm clock. Your cell phone might not get coverage when you're at a remote site. Small notebook to keep track of your hours and addresses. Identification. Right to work in the U.S. documentation. Yellow card, which you will receive after this orientation. And the What Seafood Processors Need to Know brochure, which you can download from jobs.alaska.gov. This brochure has important contact phone numbers and details about work in the seafood processing industry. Product quality. Your attention to cleanliness extends to the job as well. The product you are processing will eventually end up on someone's dinner table or in the finest restaurants around the world. The quality of the seafood determines the marketability, and once the quality is gone, it can't be replaced. Important quality handling practices include a clean work area, proper temperature of fish, careful handling to prevent bruising, and quality packaging for visual appeal. Quality is everyone's job. You are the difference. Application process. Throughout the job application process, paying attention to the details will serve you well. First, register in Alaska Jobs online job bank at jobs.alaska.gov. Post an active resume titled Seafood Processor and search for job listings in Alaska Jobs and follow application instructions. Job applications will introduce you, your experience, and your skills to the employer, so make it neat and readable. Fill out applications completely with names, addresses, and phone numbers of your previous employers and references. Answer every question and list all of your skills. You never know when they are needed. If your application is incomplete, it will not be accepted. View seafood recruitment announcements online at jobs.alaska.gov/job fairs/seafood.html. For personal assistance, call the Anchorage Seafood Employment Office at the Midtown Job Center at 800-473-0688 or nearest Alaska Job Center. The Seafood Employment Office is the recruitment hub for the seafood workers in Alaska and hosts many recruiting events. You will be asked to complete a general seafood employment application at jobs.alaska.gov/seafood and to email it to dol.seafood@alaska.gov. Your application is kept on file to keep in contact and when workers are needed quickly. Interview process. Once your application is accepted, you will be contacted to go through an interview process with representatives of the processing company. All U.S. employers are responsible for completion and retention of Form I-9 for each person they hire for employment in the United States. This includes citizens and non-citizens. You will need to present these documents to your employer when you're hired. That means that when you start work, you must show proof that you are authorized to work in the United States. You will receive a yellow orientation card at the end of this orientation. This card will let employers know you're ready to go to work in the industry and have some knowledge of what the work is like and some of the expectations. To request a yellow orientation card, contact your nearest Alaska Job Center or the Seafood Employment Office at 800-473-0688 and let them know you are ready to work. The yellow orientation card shows your work experience, so when you complete your seafood processing season, make sure your employer initials the back of the card to show you completed your contract. You are on your way to becoming an employee in one of Alaska's most important and sustainable industries. To be successful, you must take the proper steps, include filling out applications correctly. Remember, employers are looking for hard workers, someone who can get along with others, enjoys physical work, is a team player, and takes pride in their work. Once on the work site, you must be prepared to undertake the challenge of the job and complete the season's contract. By now, you have a good understanding of what kind of person can be successful as a seafood processing employee. If you believe you're that kind of person, we encourage you to apply. You too can join the rich heritage of today's modern Alaska seafood processing industry.